Hi guys, and welcome back to Tabletop Assault. I'm Ross.
I'm David.
And today we're going to bring you a 1500 point battle report. I'll be using Necrons.
And I'll be using Imperial Fists. So, we've got a fun one for you today.
Okay.
Tactical Escalation. We haven't played this in quite a while on the
Quite
channel.
a while.
Probably one of our first games we played.
Yep.
Tactical Escalation, really simple. You will draw a tactical objective card per the turn number, or battle round number. So battle round 1 card, battle round 2 cards. However, at any point, if you have less cards in your hand than the turn number, draw up to.
Yeah.
A couple of really unique things for this though, however. So you got a rule called Tactical Priority. Tactical Priority has two things. So on each of your tactical cards, some of them have the take and hold keyword, some have, I think it's, what's it called again?
Secure and control.
Secure and control. You'll nominate at the start of the game one of those keywords. For each tactical objective you claim that has that keyword, it's an additional victory point on top of that.
Yeah.
So that's really good. However though, if you discard one of those nominated keyword cards, you'll lose a point.
Yep.
Also, wee quick caveat to this. We've been reading the rulebook, and again I think they've just maybe mucked up a wee bit.
Yep.
When you claim a tactical objective card, it says you discard it. And for Tactical Escalation, if you discard a card which is of your nominated type, you lose a point. So you would lose a point for claiming that point.
Yeah, so when you achieve that, it says you discard it.
Yeah.
So by wording goes, you lose your bonus.
Which we're going to ignore.
Which we're going to ignore.
So you get your bonus, nothing else. Lastly as well, mission priorities. You'll get an additional victory point for the person who claims more of their tactical keyword. Yep. So if I get more take and holds than Ross does, for example, I'll get another point.
Cool.
Which is really nice. That is it, guys. Let's show you the forces.
So we have our 1500 points of Necron Dynasty. I'm in a battalion detachment, so I have 6 command points to play with. I have as my Warlord an Overlord with a War Scythe and a Resurrection Orb. His Warlord trait is going to be Tenacious Survivor. We then have a Cryptek with Staff of Light. It is a Prior model I'm using because we don't have Cryptek, but we've got Prior models and they're not used anymore, so why not? Use that, call a Cryptek. I've also got 2 units of 20-man Necron Warrior squads. And then I have a unit of Mortals with their Gauss Blasters, there's 10 in that squad. I then have, for Elites, a Ctan Shard of Nightbringer, as you do. And for fast attacks, I have Canoptic Wraiths, 5 of them, just with their Vicious Claws. And I have a unit of 3 Destroyers, all armed with Gauss Cannons. That's my 1500 points of Necrons Dynasty.
Facing off against Ross's Novok Dynasty, we have 1500 points of Imperial Fists, coming in a Spearhead detachment, giving me 4 command points to play with. Captain Lysander will be running the Roost today. Pardon me, I forgot the name of his Warlord trait, but he has a unique trait in the new Space Marine Codex. But I'll put it up below so you guys can read it. We then have a Librarian Terminator with 4 sacks, Shield Eternal, and his psychic powers are Smite, Null Zone, and Veil of Time. 5 Terminator Assault Squad with Thunderhammer Storm Shields, 10 snipers with snipers and camo cloaks, 5 Devastators with 4 heavy bolters, a bolt gun on the Sergeant. They all have bolt pistols and frag and crack grenades, a Whirlwind tank with a Whirlwind Vengeance launcher, a Predator. Now this will be proxied here, guys. All the last cannons have been replaced, so the 2 side sponsons are actually heavy bolters, and the top is a Predator auto cannon. My other Predators just aren't quite ready yet, so sorry about that, guys. And then we have 3 Thunderfire cannons, all with their Tech Marine gunners, who have flamers, plasma cutters, and servo arms. That's it, guys. Let's show you the battlefield.
So this is the sort of table we are playing on today. Now we actually have recorded on this one before. That video should be live already, but we kind of enjoyed it quite a lot that we've decided to keep it the way it was, just because there's so much terrain. It was looking pretty cool. So we have 6 objective markers to show. We have number 6 over here, number 2 here, number 3, number 4, and then 1 and 5. So we've got quite a spread out amount of objectives through the field. We are playing, is it Vanguard?
Vanguard Strike Cross.
Vanguard Strike Deployment. So let's have a look at the deployment then. So we have our Necron force set up, quite well spread, try and take advantage of as much of the field as possible. So over on this side I have a unit of destroyers. I then have my first unit of 20 Necron warriors. Inside this crazy building over here I have my Necron Lord and Cryptek, just there, along with another Necron warriors on the bottom level. I then have my Immortals up on the top level there, basically to give me some options. And then I have Wraiths and the Nightbringer behind this bridge, so you're having difficulty seeing them, but they are over there. So yeah, that is the Necron deployment. Let's have a look at the Imperial Fists.
My deployment's a little bit simpler and cowardice. So I have my Devastator Heavy Bolters in there, Scouts on top, Whirlwind as it requires no line of sight. The Predator tank, remember guys, there's the auto cannon and heavy bolters there, so it is not got last cannons. And then more importantly, we have around here guys, we have Thunderfire Cannon A, B and C, along with Lysander. The Librarian and Terminators are all in the Teleportarium, purely because I don't know what to do with them. And yeah, so let's see how this faces off against the Necrons. Will I seize Ross?
Let's find out.
Ooh. Nope. Do I want to command point it? Probably not.
Okay, so we're on to the Necrons turn 1. I feel it's going to be quite a simple turn, mainly because I have nothing in range. So it's going to be focusing mainly on moving forwards, trying to get into a better position, and then obviously concentrating on my tactical objectives. My tactical priority is seizing control, so I want
it's capturing control.
Capture control, there's a control in it, and basically obviously I get more additional points if I do achieve it. So yeah, with that, let's have a look at my tactical objective for this turn. So for my first tactical objective I have Area's Denial. So score 1 victory point if there are no enemy units within 6 inches of the centre of the battlefield at the end of my turn, or if there's no enemy models within 12 inches of the centre, I get D3. Now because David has decided to pretty much stick everything in a corner for now, that's guaranteed without even having to think about it.
Straight D3 though. Straight
D3, fantastic.
Great start.
Let's move on. So we've finished up our Necron movement there. So we've got our Wraiths and our Nightbringer who have all moved up quite a wee bit on this flank.
And advanced.
And advanced. The Immortals have moved up and advanced across this bridge. Got our first blow up of Necron Warriors with our Overlord and our Cryptek all advanced, moving forward into the middle of the field. We've got another unit of Necron Warriors who advanced. They also got My Will Be Done, so they got an extra inch in their advance. No one rolled particularly high for advance, but everyone did go for it, and our Destroyers as well advanced onto this objective here. And would you know what though, that is actually the end of my turn 1. Not very eventful, but it was just mainly trying to get into position. So with that I did achieve my objective, Area Denial. There's none of my enemy units within 12 inches, so I get D3 victory points.
Nice.
3 victory points straight off the bat.
For doing nothing and shooting nothing to be 3-0 up already.
Doing nothing is what I'm good at, David.
Kinda wish I'd seized.
Yeah, that might have helped. Anyway, let's move on to Imperial Fists turn 1.
Which will be more eventful.
Absolutely.
Right, Imperial Fist turn 1. That was the longest turn I've ever seen Necrons do ever. No, kidding on. Really simple plan. Most of my stuff needs to remain stationary and shoot. I'm planning to just grind the Necrons down as they slowly advance and see how that works. Not much more tactical knowledge to give than that. Other than just let you know, my actual tactical priority for this game is take and hold. So we're going to go and draw a card and hopefully it's take and hold. So not having much luck with my cards here, so I immediately drew Priority Orders Received, and I drew another card immediately, which was Kingslayer. Really simple premise, guys. Only my Warlord can achieve this Kingslayer Priority Orders. However, if I do get it, I'll get the bonus points on the card along with 3 other victory points. So at some point in this game, if I can get Lysander to kill Ross's Warlord, which is very unlikely because of the distance and the way we're playing, it could be worth potentially 3 plus D3 points. However guys, going to do my movement. End of the Imperial Fist movement phase. Very quick like Ross's, nothing is moving.
Good call.
Also, the teleportarium full of a Librarian and 5 Terminators are not coming in yet. It's not worth it right now. I think if I drop anywhere, Ross will just turn around and obliterate them out of the sky.
Yep.
So with that guys, we're going to move on to the shooting phase. My 10-man sniper team are going to shoot all their sniper rifles into Ross's Cryptek, because we want that reanimation away.
Yeah, good plan.
So, we are 3s to hit, we haven't moved. Fairly good start, we get 9 hits.
Oh my goodness.
So it'll be 4s to wound, because I believe a Cryptek is toughness 4, yep. And any 6s as an additional mortal wound. If I get 4 6s, he's dead.
Yeah, don't do that straight away.
Well, I've got 3.
Oh my goodness.
Everything else has actually failed to wound, but they're an addition.
But if I fail any of them, he's dead.
If you get 4-up save normally.
Yep.
That's it, yes, so you need to make 3 4-ups. Oh! Wow. So he suffers 4 wounds, and that Cryptek is dead. That's first blood. Right, so that was first blood. However, I'm a Necron player and didn't realise something. A Cryptek does what?
So, yeah, I knew you did not know this rule, because Luminor Zares doesn't get this rule.
I'm just so fun with Zaraz.
I know you like Zaraz a lot, but Crypteks actually give every, I think, Necron infantry model within 3 inches a 5-up inbuild.
I think it's unit within 3 inches.
It might be unit. So I knew David didn't know this, and I was like, I'm going to give so much 5-up inbuild, he's going to bring a lot of shots. And, you know, I had it on both my Necron warrior squads there. I knew you'd try and pummel so many shots into them.
Yeah. Oh, great strategy, Ross. Great strategy.
Yeah. However, you used snipers and ended that strategy. So, my main staying power plan is in jeopardy. By that I mean he's dead.
Right, moving on guys. My Devastator squad in here are going to fire their heavy bolters.
Yep.
I'm going to do a couple of cool things. One of the models is going to be Signumed, so he'll be hitting on a 2+ with his heavy bolter. And that Signum comes from the Sergeant in there. We're going to spend 1 command point for Hellfire Shells. So Hellfire Shells, choose an Adept to start his infantry with a heavy bolter. Make a single hit roll. I'm obviously choosing the one that's Signumed, to hit 2+. The target suffers D3 mortal wounds. So we can essentially try and snipe a destroyer. So that Hellfire Shell bolter into the destroyers and the remaining 3 heavy bolters into the destroyers. So we'll start with the Hellfire one first. On a 2+. It's a hit.
Right, don't roll that again though.
So on a 5 or 6, another destroyer dies. This is D3 mortal wounds. Oh, I'm going to use a command point.
Yeah, that's a good command point.
Oh
no!
So I'm down to 2 command points and only 1 mortal wound. However, I still have 9 shots.
Okay.
These are hitting on 3+. Not within range of Lysander for rerolls, but we get 6 hits, wounding on 4s. That is terrible. We only get 2 wounds. You're in cover, so 2-up save, but -1 for a heavy bolter.
Cool, so 3-up saves. Oh! Well, there you go.
So 1 destroyer dies. My Whirlwind tank is going to shoot through to the destroyers. Vengeance missile, or Vengeance launcher, 72 inches, requires no line of sight, and it's strength 7 -1, 2 damage apiece. So 2d3 shots first of all. So we get 4 shots. And these are 3s to hit, reroll failed hits of 1 because of Lysander.
Nice.
So we get 3 hits, 3s to wound. For 2 wounds, at -1, so back to 3-up saves.
3-up saves, I failed 2 of these last time, I'm going to make both these. Fail 1, so 1 is down to 1 wound.
My Predator with the heavy bolters and Predator autocannon, no last cannons, are all going to shoot at your race because they cannot see your destroyers.
Okay.
So, Predator autocannon, 2d3 shots.
Nice.
So we get 6 shots. We're hitting on 3s, reroll 1s for Lysander. Reroll those 2 ones. So they all 5 hit. It'll be 3s to wound, strength 7. So they all wound, and it'll be straight to invul saves.
Ooh. Jeez, oh. Right. How many damage is that piece?
Guaranteed 3 apiece. So any failed save is a dead wraith.
Oh my goodness, really? So no point in them small time.
Nope.
Right, 3 ups need to make ollies. So 2 wraiths go down.
And the heavy bolters from the Predator, so 6 shots. So 5 hits. Wounding on 4s, I believe, because you're toughness 5. For only a wound.
Only wounds. 3 up invul. Nailed it.
Last, I've got my 3 Thunderfire cannons, but as are now separate units in this edition. First cannon here will fire at the destroyers. So 4 D3 shots. So we get 3, that's 9 shots.
Nice.
Let's get some dice. Got my 9 attacks, hitting on 3s, reroll 1s for Lysander. Reroll 1, so all but 1 hit. Their strength 5, so 4s to wound these destroyers. Oh, that's no wounds.
Wow.
Wow. We're going to go into the next cannon. So the second cannon, 4d3 shots. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These destroyers might live after all.
Yep.
3s to hit, reroll 1s. Okay. And then 4s to wound. That's a bit better. So 3 wounds, it's -1, so your cover's ignored essentially. 3 up saves.
Is it 1 damage piece?
1 damage apiece, yeah.
I'll just roll them all at the same time. 3 up saves. So we're down to 1 destroyer.
I'm just going to quickly shoot the last Thunderfire cannon at the last destroyer. 4d3 shots. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots. We seem to be going down 1 each time. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Nope, those 2 have failed. Wounding on 4s. For 2 wounds, so I can't kill him. For 3 up saves.
Good thing as well, he is down to 2 wounds.
Right, end of Imperial Fist turn 1, and that was actually quite good. We started work on the destroyers on the race, got to start picking away them early as we can, and we got rid of the cheeky cryptech, which I've now learned a new tactic. Thanks, Ross.
It's okay, I'm glad I got to put so much use.
Speaking of objective wise, I only really got first blood, so it's 3 to 1 to Ross just now, and I'm going to get rid of this priority orders Kingslayer, because I don't intend Lysander to walk up and start smacking your Warlord in the face.
I wouldn't want that either.
Yeah, I think we'll shoot him before he gets there.
Yep.
So guys, with that, let's move on to Necrons turn 2.
So yeah, we just had Imperial Fists turn 1. I tried to be sneaky there, you know, I don't often play Necrons, but I know David really likes these special characters and didn't know cryptechs give a buff of a 5 up invul.
When 8th edition came out, I only looked at the guys I cared about and ignored everyone else.
Ignored everyone else. Well, you learned something new, David. So yeah, it's going to be simple for myself. It is still 3 to 1 as David achieved first blood through an epic assassination. Very, very simple. I'm probably going to have to advance again. I really don't think I have much in range still, but it is an objectives based game, so it will also depend on the cards I draw. Speaking of which, let's find out what they are. So we have our objectives for this turn. I drew priority orders received, which I was like, cool. Fair enough. David didn't like his, and you know what, neither do I. I've got no prisoners, so I've got to destroy between 3 and 5 enemy units during my turn, or 6 more with my Warlord being the last kill. No. Simply. Then I got secure objective marker 3 and I went, yes, I am actually in range of 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 potential objective markers. That's number 3. The only of the 6 objective markers. Unless my Wraiths get an epic roll, I'm not really in range of it. So my heart sank unbelievably when I drew that, more than you know.
Probably going to burn priority orders like me.
I'm going to burn priority orders. I'll hold on to 3 because I can still achieve it maybe next turn, but still absolutely devastating. Let's do our movement and see where we end up. So after having a wee think about this, I measured to see if there was any miracles that the race could get to objective marker 3. They are 1 inch out if I get an advance roll, which I'm devastated by. However, I have an unholy amount of command points left to do, so I'm going to get new orders. I'm going to discard this one because I don't want my Warlord doing much this game. I'm going to draw a new one. Please don't be secure objective marker 3. Master of the Warp. Now when this does happen we get psychic abilities, but I can't get them.
We say on the channel if your army is physically not able to achieve it,
yeah,
we'll allow you to immediately discard at the bottom of the pile and draw another one.
Secure objective 1. It is a take and hold, so I'm not going to get any more bonuses. Ideal because I'm already holding it. So yeah, okay, for 2 command points it does give me a victory point. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so for complete irony, even if I got a 6 when I made my advance moves for the race, I'd be 1 inch out from getting that objective. Can you possibly fathom what I did get? I got a 6 on my advance. So even if it had just been 1 inch further, I would have had an extra victory point. Tragic does not even, like, irony, whatever, does not even begin to describe what my feelings were when that was rolled. Anyway. Basically all the Necron warriors have moved forward, so the mortals, I advanced everything again because I just wasn't in range. But I'm also trying to cover as much of the board as possible to try and get as much of the objectives in a threatable range so I can try and secure them as best as possible.
Next turn could be bad for me.
Yeah, so
because you have complete board control.
I have board control. If you don't start causing damage on me, David, and stopping my options, I'll get 3 objective markers. If I score them, you know, you're lucky this turn I didn't get 2, you know, by an inch. I am, however, that is actually, you know, my turn.
Sorry, just to mention, Ross did fail his reanimations.
Oh yeah, I tried to reanimate.
What unit did you do mine will be done again?
I just did it on this unit here because, well, yep. So that's my turn.
Points?
I'm going to get 1 secure objective 1 from this damage destroyer just down here. It's helped his brothers out right before David decides it's time for him to call it a day. So with that, that was awesome. I'm on to 4 points to 1 as we move into Imperial Fists, turn 2.
Imperial Fist turn 2, so plan is simple. We need to start thinning out the herd of the Necron warriors now before they get closer. Definitely going to drop in the Librarian and the Terminators as now is the time to come to action. Most of my guns are going to stay stationary though, because we've got a really good gap between us and the Necrons. So yeah, let's see my new cards. So I've drawn my 2 cards as I discarded priority orders last turn. So I have Domination, basically score D3 plus 3 victory points if I control every victory point. That will never happen in this game. And I also drew objective marker 6, which was my second one. However, when I drew Domination, I'm going to immediately use new orders for my last 2 command points to discard and draw a new card. No prisoners. Score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during your turn. If 3 or 5 enemies were destroyed, D3 instead. Okay, yeah, we're going to do that. That is pretty good, guys. So that's my cards. Let's go into the movement phase. So end of the movement phase, my Librarian has came down from his teleportarium and he's within 3 inches of marker 6. So I have to defend it. The reason being I've done this and I've left the Terminators off is Ross, even if he moved in advance with these warriors, he won't get enough guys close enough to marker 6. So I'll at least have it for 2 turns unless Ross shifts the Librarian. Next up, the rest of the force has stayed exactly the same. We're going to go straight to the Psychic phase. Into the Psychic phase, my Librarian's going to cast Null Zone to start with. It's value 8, but what it does mean is if that crazy race or Nightbringer decide to come my way next turn, they'll have no invulns.
Oh.
So it's Warp Charge 8. Oh no! We get it, but I've got no denied command points to re-roll, and I do peril. D3 mortal wounds.
Lovely.
Oh no! So I leave him down to 2 wounds.
Maybe I will shift him after all.
Yeah, I think you will regardless now. And I'm going to cast Smite. Closest unit is the Wraiths, so Smite.
Double 6 again.
Nope, but it does go off for D3 mortal wounds. 5 or 6, a Wraith dies. A wound. This is atrocious. Devastator squad, 4 heavy bolters. One of them will be signumed, so he hits the 2+. I'm going to try and kill the 2 wound destroyer. So I'll do my first 9 shots, so I hit on a 3+. And there's no reroll for Lysander because we're not close enough, although that would have been nice.
It would have been helpful.
And then we've got 3 hitting on a 2+ for the signum, so they all hit. So we get 7, no sorry, out of 12, got 10 hits.
Okay.
Force to wound. So 5 wins at a 3+, would have been 2 up, but I do have -1 to your save.
Cool. Are you Imperial Fists?
Yes.
Do you not ignore cover as your Legion trait?
Yeah, so it's no cover at -1, so 4 up saves.
4 up saves. If you didn't have Imperial Fists, I would have been alive.
But he's dead. 10 snipers into Ross's Warlord.
Whoa.
I believe you have 6 wounds in a Warlord.
I believe I might not have 6 wounds in a second. We'll find out.
We'll find out in a minute. Anyway, 3s to hit.
Fail them all.
I failed a lot.
Oh, nice.
I failed half of them. It's going to be 5s to wound because your toughness 5, but any 6s are mortal wounds. So we get 1 mortal wound and 1 normal save at a 2 up.
Well, that seems a lot better than last time.
Yeah, I'm going to think I rolled really well last time.
Cool. So 2 up saves?
Yep. He takes 2 wounds. I'll check how many wounds he's got.
So we just checked there, he is down 3 wounds, however he only has a 3 up save. Whoa. So, yep, 3 wounds left on the Necron Lords.
Predator onto the Wraiths, so Predator autocannon, 2d3 shots.
Oh my goodness.
For 6 shots, that's the start we need. We're hitting on 3s and we reroll 1s for Lysander.
Yep. Show me 2s. That's not 2s.
So 5 hits.
Jeez, that was good.
So they all hit.
Oh man.
6 hits and they're 3s to win. So 3 wins.
Okay.
3 up invulns, but any failed saves is a death.
Yeah, so we need to make all of them. 1 does go down.
Which one would you like?
It's a good question, David.
We'll decide in a minute.
Yeah.
And the heavy bolters, so 6 shots. So 5 hits. We're looking for 4s. For 2 wounds at 3 up invulns.
3 up invulns.
And they're smashing.
Nice.
Whirlwind will fire his Vengeance Launcher into the race. 2d3 shots. So that's 4 shots. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Reroll 1s for Lysander. Okay, so they'll hit. And then we are gonna be 3s to wound. 3 up invulns for damage to a failed save.
Right, okay, I'm going to do them 2 at a time then.
Yep.
So 3 up. So 1 is lost, do it 1 at a time. 3 up. He's fine, so you can only kill 1.
No.
Which you don't, so 1 is down to 1 wound.
Back to the good old Thunderfire Cannon. So Thunderfire Cannon A, going to fire at the Wraiths.
Yep.
4d3 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's terrible. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s because of Lysander. Terrible rolling. 4s to wound. Only 1 wound.
It's enough to bring 1 down. It is enough.
It is. So you're down to 1 Wraith. We'll just move on now to the second cannon because we're again shooting at the same target. 4d3 shots. So it's 6, 7, 8. That's a lot better. I'm not getting as high as I'd like with these. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. That's 2 2s. Okay, so we get 5 hits, wounding on 4s. For only a wound.
Ooh.
Okay,
nice.
and then the last of the Thunderfire Cannons, 4d3 shots. So it's 6, 7, 8 again. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. 3s reroll 1s. It's a lot better. Okay, so
A
you
lot
7
better.
hits. Looking for 4s. Sorry, 3s. No, 4s it is. 4s. Yeah, that's a lot better.
It's a lot better.
So 5 saves. Give me 3 1s and 2s.
No, I can make this. I'll be devastated if I don't. Oh, he's down to 1 wound.
Dang it, so close. Right, that's the end of Imperial Fist turn 2. Ross soaked up a lot of firepower there. We got rid of all the destroyers, so that's Ross's essentially main guns gone. And the wraiths are down to a single wraith who's at 1 wound.
Yeah.
So we're doing the damage, however that wraith will be caught pain. It's going to cause issues for me. We do get no prisoners, so I do get 1 victory point, bringing it 4-2 in Ross's favour. And yeah, let's move into Necrons turn 3.
So we're on to turn 3 for Necrons, and I'm still yet to fire a shot. But somehow I'm also winning.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah. It's going to be simple. Hopefully I might be in range to do some damage this turn, but clearly the way forward for me is objectives. Objectives, and maybe pick away some units where I can. So with that in mind, let's draw some new objectives. Okay, so drawn my next 3 tactical objective cards. Secure objective 1, and it is a capture and control card, which my Necron warriors should easily be able to climb up there and achieve that. So that's excellent. Secure objective marker 6, and again our capture and control, and tragically it is there, so it's close. But even if I advanced, I wouldn't get it, so I can't burn it, otherwise I lose a victory point, so nope. But I will keep it and possibly claim it next turn. And then I've got held on to secure objective marker 3 with this 1 wound wraith, who is most definitely going to achieve it. So that's pretty good. With that, let's do a movement, see where we end up. So we finished up the Necron movement. Not actually that much left. I've actually taken more damage than I thought. But we basically got this big blob of Necron warriors along with the Nightbringer and the Necron Lords.
They've got my will be done.
They've got my will be done, so they've all moved slightly down this way, looking at that Librarian. We also have our Mortals who have moved up to this objective, which is kind of handy. We've got a Wraith who is finally going to get us that objective marker 3. Nailed it. And then I have these Necron warriors over here. They are actually controlling 2 objectives, but because you can only ever control 1 at a time, they are going to go with objective marker 1, because that's the one I need for a point.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty simple. I'm finally going to be able to roll some dice in damage. Not many, but hopefully some, as we move on to the Necron shooting phase. So to begin our shooting phase, going to start with my Nightbringer Ctan, who's going to use, I believe it's Meteor... Shard Meteor?
Antimatter Meteor.
Antimatter Meteor. Basically on a 2+, and it strikes the nearest model, which would be a Librarian. So 2+, don't fail this. So we get it, and it causes D3 mortal wounds, so on a 3+, the Librarian is gone.
He's dead!
Yep, so that's my first kill of the game. So some Necron infantry is finally going to get to fire. We're going to start with our Mortals, who are going to fire 7 guys onto the Devastator squad in that building. So I have got 7 shots, needing 3s to hit here. And we do have 3 misses. Now I believe I'm shooting 5, so 3s to wins. Oh, terrible. Only 1 wins.
It's -2, I'm in cover for a 2-up save, so 4-up saves. 1 Devastator goes down. I'm actually going to put that on the Sergeant.
Necron Warriors next, who are going to fire their
Gauss Flares.
Gauss Flares at the Destroyers.
Devastators.
Devastators. My god, I'm not getting any of them right. I've only got 10 in range, and I'm 2's to hit because my will be done. So 2's to hit.
You need to help me there.
Yeah, so all but 1 so far. All but 1. Which is not bad. Whoop. 4's to wins. For a nice amount of wins actually. For 5 wins.
-1, so puts into their normal 3-up armor save. Oof, so 2 heavy bolters are dead. I know it's hard to see, but it's morale time. My 2 devastators remaining. Morale check, so I've lost the sergeant. I chose to take him off first. So in a roll of a 5, I lose 1. Roll of a 6, I lose the squad.
Oh.
We're okay.
So this is done. Necron turn 3. I finally got to do some damage. Brought down that Librarian who'd been deep striked in. I know he did more damage to himself rather than I did, but I finished him, so that's okay. And then we also did a wee bit of damage to the Devastator unit, which is always handy as well. Generally, I'm still just moving, you know, I'm actually barely in range of any of David's units. He is still throwing tons of shots my way. Best way to look at it is that I do, however, have some objectives to claim. So I did finally secure objective marker 3 with my single wound wraith. I do not think he's going to live to see another day on that objective, but hey ho. And we also have secure objective 1 with these Necron warriors here. It is a capture and control, so that'll give me an additional victory point, making a total of 7-2 as we move into Imperial Fists turn 3.
Imperial Fist turn 3, and we're running out of time to get these points, guys, and we're now left with the core of Ross's army. Unfortunately, it's the core that takes the most firepower, your warriors. Simple strategy, kill the Wraith and try and kill your Overlord actually with snipers.
Good plan.
And we're just going to rain down some fire on units as we go. That's it, let's show you my new 2 cards. So I already had Defend 6. I have drawn Hold the Line and Secure 6, but Secure 6 is taking hold, which is my tactical priority, so that's worth 2 points. If I can get rid of the Wraith, I will have Hold the Line. I'm probably going to drop the Terminators on that, Ross, and hunker down, because if I can stack Secure 6 for 2 points and defend it for 2 turns, that will bring me up to 7-6, and I can maybe get some points elsewhere. It's all to play for now.
Yep.
Let's see what I do in the movement phase. So my Terminators have dropped onto marker 6. We're definitely going to have 2 victory points this turn, but we're going to sit there and hunker down and make Ross throw everything he has at those Terminators to try and get rid of them.
You can bet.
Yeah, exactly. However, the rest of my bulk of my force over here is going to stay exactly what it is because it's doing its job.
Oh really? Would have never have guessed, David.
Yeah,
You're staying still.
Time to shoot. We're going to start off with 10 snipers into Ross's Overlord, because if we can kill him, we remove the Resurrection Orb and we get a Slay the Warlord point, which at this moment is actually quite precious to me.
Absolutely.
So 10 shots, we're going to be hitting on 3s because we stayed still. Not a good start. So the last time we missed 5 shots, we've done it again. 5s to win, but if I can get 3 6s here...
I'll cry.
Oh, we got none, and we only got a single win, so your Lord's gonna live.
Yeah, excellent.
3 up save.
3 up save.
Yeah. Whirlwind's gonna shoot his vengeance round at the Wraith. So
Okay.
2d3 shots. For 5 shots. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s for Lysander. Reroll 1s. So
Yeah.
4 hits, we're gonna be 3s to wound you.
Yep.
So we get 2 wounds. Failed save and he's dead. We'll need to shoot something else. Predator autocannon into the Wraith, and then heavy bolters into the Warriors.
Okay.
Autocannon gets 4 shots, 2d3 that was. It's going to be 3s to hit, reroll 1s. Okay. 3s to wound. For 2 wounds. Again, a failed invul and he's dead. We got him.
And I'm going to use command
Go
point to
for it.
reroll that.
Oh,
yes.
so I
So
think you're down to 3, are you not?
down to 3 command points, but our Wraith is still kicking by.
Okay, heavy bolter time. And the heavy bolters into the Warriors. So
Reroll that one.
they all hit. It's 3s for 5 up saves. So that's 4 5 up saves on the Warriors. 3 Warriors go down. 2 heavy bolters into this Wraith, becoming a problem. So hitting on 3s.
Oh, bet you wish you had those reroll ones.
So 4 hits, winding on 4s. Oh, for no wins. Need to put some cannons. So the cannons are going to have to kill that Wraith. So the first cannon here is going to go into the Wraith.
Yep.
So 4d3 shots, roll here, sorry. Okay, so we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8, 9. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s for Lysander.
Yep, that might be...
Okay.
That might be trouble.
So we get 7 hits, winding on 4s. So we've got 3 invul saves.
Yep. Oh.
3 3-ups.
Yep. Come on.
He's okay just now.
Oh my goodness.
Next cannon, 4d3 shots.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s.
Jeez, oh.
So they all hit. 4s. 4 saves.
4 saves.
4 3-ups.
Yeah. Ah, no, he's super gone. Super gone.
No more command points to save him. And the last Thunderfire cannon, again guys, remember they're 3 separate units, will fire into the warrior squad here. So 4d3 shots. Solid, so we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Is that not,
It's d3 apiece.
D3, you roll 2 6s and 2 3s. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Sorry, you're totally right. I will take my math back. 10 hits.
Nice.
10 shots.
Yeah, not 10 hits, yeah.
3s, rerolling 1s.
Oh no!
But we might get 10
I
hits.
hate Lysander so much.
Okay,
so
we
much.
get 8 hits. He's great to buff, and if you try and kill him in combat,
He'll take you
he'll
down.
take you down. He's great, isn't he? Anyway, it's 3s to win because they're strength 5. And these are going -1 to your saves.
So 5 up saves.
Yeah.
I feel a few Necron Warriors might be going down.
No.
Not as many, but still some. 4.
So you lose another 4, so they've lost 7 this turn.
So we're now onto the morale phase for the Necrons. I lost 7 Necron Warriors from David. So on a 3 or below, I am fine. 4, 5, 6, I lose a couple.
You're fine.
We're okay.
Right, that's the end of Imperial Fist turn 3. It was a mixed bag. It was slow to start there, but we got there in the end. So we did get rid of the Wraiths, are now gone. We started our work on the Warriors. The Warlord's going to die next turn, Ross, don't worry about it.
Oh man.
Snipers have gone. But more importantly, what did we achieve? We got hold the line, so that brings the score 7 to 3. We got secure marker 6, which is taken hold, which is my tactical priority. So that's another 2 points. So the score is now 7 to Ross, 5 to me. So I've managed to close that gap. But more importantly, the next 2 turns are very important for Necrons and what cards they get. So let's move into Necrons turn 4.
So, Necron turn 4 is really about the cards. I'm not going to get wipe here. I'm not going to beat David in martial combat here. It's all about getting these strategic assets. So, very simple for me. I've just got to endure David's pain and hopefully have more points than him at the end of this game. So that's the plan. That is the plan. Let's have a look at the brilliant tactical objectives I'm going to draw this turn. So we've drawn our 4 tactical objective cards, and tragedy has struck, unfortunately. So I've still got my secure objective marker 6, so the only thing I need to do to actually achieve that is move a unit of Terminators with Storm Shields and Thunderhammers. Yep, I knew that was going to be a challenge. Next up is I need to Big Game Hunter, which I have to destroy at least 1 enemy model with 10 wounds or more. Not going to happen, I just don't have that kind of firepower. Defend objective marker 4, so unfortunately for me it is again an objective marker that is just too far away. Considering I'm controlling 50% of the objectives, this is going really badly. And last but not least is Witch Hunter. Now, I know David no longer has a Psyker, but he did have one, so I am not allowed to discard that one because it wasn't achievable.
We have a house rule, guys, that at the start of the game, if there's a, say for example I brought 0 Psychers, if Ross was to draw a Witch Hunter, we immediately get rid of it.
Yeah.
You could never have achieved it at the start of the game.
I'm pretty sure we did that at the beginning when you drew it. So you get what we're saying, if you can't actually physically achieve it at any point in the game, then we don't allow it. I'm going to burn 2 objective markers to get rid of Witch Hunter now, because I know I can never achieve it. And I need domination or something. I need where I have to have 3 objective markers to really do this. So, be good. It's not. It's overwhelming firepower. Score 1 victory point if the enemy unit was destroyed in the shooting phase. If there's 3 or more, get D3. That sort of goes against my secure objective marker 6, because I needed to actually wipe out the Terminators in combat to take on that tactical objective. So realistically in this turn I'm only going to achieve 1, maybe 2 objectives. So our Necron warriors over this side in true fashion have stayed still sort of looking at these 2 objective markers, hoping I draw one of them. We've then got our Immortals here, who are again sitting on objective marker 2. Still in range of the Devastators, so still have a few options.
We're under here.
Yep. And then we went for some reanimation on our Necron Warriors. I had 7 to reanimate and I only got 1. And I went, nope, I'm going to use Resurrection Orb from my Necron Lords, who managed to bring back a further 3, giving me 4 in total. So, not great. But not bad, so I do have more of a threat on this objective to hopefully steal it away from David. With that, let's move on to the shooting phase. So we have our Immortals next, who there's 7 in range, same as last time, onto these Devastators.
Just hiding in there.
Yep, so I'm going to need 3s to hit. For pretty good, 5 hits.
3s to wound.
3s to wound, I need this to be good as well. Only 2.
It's -2 and I'm in cover, so my normal 2-up cover save goes to a 4-up save. So 1 goes down.
So we have our Necron warriors next, who are going to rapid fire straight into these Imperial Fist Terminators. So I have 34 shots after rapid fire, and I'm hitting on 2s due to my will be done. So here we go.
We'll come back.
So we got 6 misses there, and now I'm 4s to wound, 28 to go. That was bad.
We'll come back. So Ross has caused 10 wounds, so 10 3-up invulns. So 1 Terminator will go down.
So our Ctan Shard of the Nightbringer is going to do his Antimatter Meteor onto these Terminators, so 2+ to get it. It's cocked. 2+. Oh. And then we get D3 mortal wounds on the unit. Gonna use command point.
That's your last one.
Tragic. Next the Nightbringer is going to do his Gaze of Death onto the Terminators. I really need to kill loads of them. D6 shots for 5. And then I am 2s to hit here. 4 hits. And I'm 2s to wound on anything but vehicles. So,
what did I get?
Oh, 2 1s. It's only 2 wounds. Do them 1 at a time, David.
3-up invul, I'm assuming?
Yep. It's fine.
Cool.
Okay. So I'm going to attempt my charge phase. I was really hoping you'd be down to maybe 2 Terminators at this moment, so I'm a bit worried though. Nightbringer's going to charge into your Assault Terminators. I presume you've got nothing to overwatch with?
Nope.
So double 1 should probably get me in.
Oh, you're in.
Oh, I'm super.
I don't know what you rolled there, but you're in.
7, so we're okay on that side.
Warriors?
Yeah, we'll go for it. It's going to be difficult. Warriors will go in. So
5 inches.
5 inches, we'll move them in as well.
Overlord? Nah.
Nah. So we're going to go with our Necron warriors first. They've got 10 attacks, or 10 are eligible to attack the Terminators. So I'm going to need 2 sticks, I'm still my will be done.
They all
great
hit.
result. And 4s to wound.
What have you got there, Ross?
About 50-50, so yeah, that many.
Two up saves.
Two up saves.
Oof. So one guy dies and one's down a wound.
So we're going to go with our Nightbringer next, who has got 4 attacks and needs to kill every single one of these Terminators. So I've got 4 attacks and 2s. Okay, and I am going to need 2s to wound you. So I can't kill all of them.
It's D6 damage, I believe, isn't it?
It is, but it's 3 up invul save first.
So we'll do 3 up invul. Failed.
Nice.
So that one dies. And then invul. Made. So I've got 2 Terminators left, the champion and a normal one. Ross has too many models now within 3 inches of that objective, so I'll lose defending it. So I'm going to just put my 5 attacks into the Nightbringer. Thunderhammer time, hitting on a 4+ because of -1. So that's all.
What? Okay.
They all hit. And wounding on a 3+ strength 8 against toughness 7.
Sure is.
Well, that's not good.
That's not good.
2 wounds.
4 ups.
Saves them. Started so well.
So our turn didn't turn out quite what I was hoping for. I was hoping to wipe out that Devastator unit. It was 1 off and I would have got overwhelming firepower. And we didn't manage to shift all the Terminators, but we have got enough to make sure that I have the priority to take the objective. So as it is a capture and controlled secure objective marker 6, means that I do achieve 2 victory points, bringing us 9-4.
9-4 indeed, yep. Storming ahead again.
I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard Big Game Hunter. David does have options there for me to destroy, it's just I'm never going to get to them to actually cause the damage. So I am still got a fair bit of points ahead of me, but David is beginning to start the damage. So let's move on to Imperial Fists, turn 4.
So into Imperial Fist turn 4, and this is turning into a try and catch Ross points scenario. So yeah guys, not really going to do much other than again lay down some hurt. Defend 6 is no longer an option for me, it's not defendable. I've tried twice, Ross keeps knocking it back. Yeah, let's show you my new cards. So I still had a defend objective 6, but I've just drawn a really horrible round. Probably no chance of claiming a single point. Defend 2, Ross has that with his mortals. Advance, have no units in my deployment zone, well that defeats the entire purpose of this army. And honour the chapter, cause a wound on enemy character with my character. Yeah, Lysander's not doing that. So guys, it's going to be a round of shooting. It's not looking good for Imperial Fists now, the ascendancies and Necrons. Let's just lay down some heart while we still can. To recap, I'm not going to move a single model. My whole army here is going to stay the same, and the Terminators are going to try one last time to duke it out over there. Reason for that, if I fall back I could shoot at them, but then I probably won't kill enough. You then have a chance to light up my Terminators again. But over here, technically you're quite far away from claiming more points. And you've already had 6 a few times.
Yep.
So yeah, let's work on your warriors and immortals. Let's go into the shooting phase. Right, these snipers are going to try and be heroes and at least try and get me 1 point this round, slay the Warlord. They're going to try...
Killed the Cryptic.
Yeah, I know, but I want another point.
Alright, okay.
10 shots into your 3 wounds remaining Warlord. 3s to hit. That's a very good start. That's all but 1.
Oh jeez, oh.
It'll be 5s to wound, but any 6s or mortal wounds. If I get 3 6s, I get no 6s. So that's terrible. However though, you do have 5 3-up saves.
Is it 4s to wound with them?
Oh sorry, it's 5s. Oops, you're right. So yeah, 2 3-up saves. Oh.
Down to 2 wounds.
Oh, that's quite nice. Actually Ross, he is not, and I'm going to be a gentleman.
Oh, I get to recover wounds because I've got Tenacious Survivor.
Yes, and you would have recovered enough wounds to put you back up to...
Well no, I've got to roll for it.
No. I'm talking about your living metal, Ross.
Oh wow, have I got more rolls? I don't know Necron Warriors. Necrons too much.
You would have recovered 2 rounds worth of wounds anyway. You'd have been up to 5.
Oh nice.
So you'd be back up to full health. Vengeance Missile Launcher. 2d3 shots. For 1, 2, 3 shots. Hitting on 3 reroll 1s. Okay. Wounding on 3s. For 3 wounds at -1, so 3 up
So this
saves.
onto the mortals, yeah?
Yes, sorry, onto the mortals.
Yep. So 3+ saves.
Wow. Heavy bolters will shoot into the immortals, so 3 shots. They all hit. 3s to wound. It's 2 wounds, now it's -1 and it ignores your cover because of Imperial Fists. So
Yep.
4 up.
4 up. So 1 goes down.
Predator autocannon into the immortals plus his heavy bolters. So D3 shot or 2 D3 shots. So 3, 4, 5. We are hitting on 301s. Okay. Wounding on 3s, strength 7. Okay, so 2 wounds. Now it's only -1 because it doesn't get the ignore cover tactic.
Yeah, so 3 up saves. 1 more goes down.
Heavy bolters from the Predator, 6 shots. All hit.
Nice.
3s to wound. So we get 3 wounds only at -1 because of no tactics.
Yeah. 3 up. Nice.
Sold. This Thunderfire cannon is going to start shooting off against these immortals. So we are 43 shots. So 9, 10. So 10 shots. We hit on 3s, reroll 1s. Okay. So they all hit. We're 2. Wounding on 3s. So these are 3 up saves because of -1, but they do not get tactics. So you lose another one, just take off the back.
Yep.
And we'll again 4 D3 shots from the second cannon. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 301s. Okay. Wounding on 3s. Alright, so 5 wound Ross.
Okay.
3 up saves. 2 more go down. So I think your squad's halfway there.
Yep.
And the last cannon, 4 D3 shots. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3's reroll 1s. And 3's again. So 4 more saves. 3 up saves. But another one goes down. Thunderhammers are going to activate next, and they're going to put all 5 attacks into Ross's Nightbringer. So these are hitting on a 4+ because of -1. Not as good as last time. Wounding on a 3+. For 2 wounds.
2 wounds. 4 pluses.
Oh, we failed one, and I believe... Sorry guys, I believe it's 3 damage.
Yep. So we're going to begin with the Nightbringer striking back. He has 4 attacks, hit on 2s. And then I always wound anything but vehicles on 2s. It's 3 wounds.
So it's multi-damage, so do them separately.
Yep.
3 up shield. Failed, d6 damage, just don't roll a 1. So
Nope.
1 dies left for the Sergeant with 2 saves remaining. Fails it, don't roll a 1. They are wiped, Ross.
That's more like it. So I have a morale test to make with our immortals. I lost 6 guys. So, in fact, did I lose? Yep, lost 6 guys. So on a 5 or a 6, I lose more. 4, bring it to leadership 10. We're okay.
End of Imperial Fists turn 4, and I think the end is nigh for us. We scored no points, the score still 9 to Ross, 4 for the Fists. We're doing damage on Ross's units, but he just got the points. So I'm going to discard advance because I don't plan to advance my army close to Gauss. With that guys, let's see what Necrons can do in their turn, possibly final turn 5.
So we're now on to Necron turn 5. I've got a lot of points. Not damaging David's, and somehow Necrons have got board control, which is pretty awesome. I just need to make sure I continuously build these points and then survive David's retaliation. He's not going to win by points, I'm not going to win by killing, so let's work to our strengths. Let's see what cards I draw this turn. So we've got our cards for this turn. Still got overwhelming firepower, which should hopefully be achievable. Defend objective 4. Nope. Advance, so score 1 victory point if no unit from your army is within your deployment zone at the end of your turn. It is possible. I need a good advance roll with one of my Necron units. Defend objective 1, which I am currently sitting on, and it is all possible. So that would be nice. Won't score it this turn, but we'll see. And secure objective 2, which I've been doing this entire game. So yeah, not a bad selection of cards. Let's do our movement and reanimation in orders and see where we finish. So we advanced our Necron warriors on this side, basically trying to get out of my deployment zone, but I was just a wee bit out to get advance. So if we do continue on a turn, I will achieve that. Our mortals reanimated, I got a further 2 back, so it gives me a little bit more firepower. Our Necron warriors, after the Terminators had died, moved up, they didn't advance, recovered 2 more guys, and getting ready to put some firepower where they can. Very, very simple. Let's go into shooting phase.
You gave my will be done to that unit too?
Oh, and I gave my will be done because that gives them a wee bit extra firepower. Let's go our mortals next. We're going to target your Devastator in that building. Hopefully finally bring him down. I am 3-step with him.
Very good start.
And I am 3 swinge.
You are indeed. Very good.
4 wins.
At -2, so I'm now 4 up save. I think he's toast, Ross. He is toast. He is dead.
So our Necron warriors next are going to target your scouts.
Oh no, they've been so good.
Wow, you know, they saw, someone was building them back alive, then you killed them, so they just want some revenge. I'm going to be hitting 2s because mine will be done. I've got this.
Your my definitely will be done.
My will be done, and then we're going to be forced to win you. Maybe not.
So is it 5 wins?
It's 5 wins indeed.
So I've got a 2 up save just now with the cloaks and cover. So 5 3-ups. So 2 scouts will die.
So that's the end for Necrons turn 5. Not bad. As I said, I'm not planning to cause damage. Main thing is we did get overwhelming firepower, which score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed, which unit of Devastators were finally finished off. So that'll be 1 victory point. And then I do have secure objective marker 2. Those immortals have been sitting there for a few turns, finally paid off as we take another victory point for myself, which should bring me to 11 to 4. I'm going to also burn defend objective marker 4. Reason for that is it's not going to happen.
Yep. Here.
Not going to happen, so yep, we're on 11 to 4 as we move into Imperial Fists, turn 5.
Imperial Fists, turn 5. We need to hope I get great cards and the game continues. So yeah, with that I've not got much of a strategy to give other than every dice is going to be shot at Ross. Let's move on to the cards, show what I've got. So I already had Defend 6, 2 in honour of the chapter. I've just drawn Behind Enemy Lines, not happening, and I drew Defend Objective 4, which again is the one no one likes. So sorry guys, these cards are terrible. I think this could be the end of the game for Imperial Fists. Let's see what we can remove from the table. In my movement phase I'm not moving anything guys, we're going to go straight into some shooting. Scouts into Nightbringer, let's see if we can do some wounds. I'm giving up on your Lord.
Yeah, good plan.
So we're hitting on 3s. Missed 3 already, not good. However, if I get 5 6s here, Ross, it's game over for the Nightbringer.
You won't get 5 6s.
Yeah, okay. No, I get 2 though.
Ooh.
And it would have been 5s to win, so it's 2 wins off him, he's down to 3, and 2 normal saves, 4 up. So he takes 3 wins.
Not bad.
He's down to 2. Vengeance Launcher into the Immortals. 2d3. So 3 shots. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s. Terrible. Wounding on 3s. It's a wound at -1.
So
3 up.
3 up.
He's fine. Predator into the Immortals. So Predator auto cannon time. 2d3 shots. 4 shots. We're going to hit you on 3s, reroll 1s. 2 2s. And we're winning on 3s for a -1. So 2 saves at 3 up. And 1 immortal goes down. And we'll just do the heavy bolters, so 6 shots. Reroll 1s, so they all hit. Winning on 3s. So 3 wounds again at -1, so 3 up saves. Okay, so 3 have died. This cannon is actually going to start shooting into these warriors.
Okay.
4d3 shots. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting on 3s, reroll 1s because Lysander's still in range. Reroll these 1s. So 2 misses. Wounding on 3s. And they're -1, so 5 up saves.
5 up saves in Necron Warriors.
Oh, Ross!
Wow.
So they're all alive.
Yep.
Next cannon. So 6, 7, 8 shots. 3s, reroll 1s to hit. Oh,
whoa,
wow. The game is falling apart here though, guys. Yeah, it's not going well. 3s to wound. 3 wounds, 5 up saves.
5 up saves.
So 3 are dead so far, and the last cannon. So it's 6, 7, 8 again. 3s to hit, reroll 1s. That's better. And 3s to wound. So that is another 3, 6, 3 up, 5 up saves, sorry.
5 up saves.
So 6 have died in total.
So we've got a morale test to make for the Necron Warriors. I think you said it was 5 or 6 I lose, guys. 4 and below I'm okay. Cocked. So we're okay.
Right, that's the end of Imperial Fists turn 5. No points to claim. We are still 11 to 4, and I'm going to get rid of behind enemy lines. There's only one last thing to ask of you, Ross.
Do we continue? On a 1 or 2, it will be a Necron victory. 3, 4, 5, 6, we go for another turn.
Go for another turn, but you know what, Ross? I'm feeling generous.
Feeling generous or
No, I'm kidding on.
feeling...
Kidding on. I'm feeling like I've got all the guns, but I can't make up the score.
Yeah.
So guys, we're going to call it there. Ross, good game.
Yeah.
Very strange game.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to chatting about this.
So that was quite the interesting battle report in terms of what actually happened there. I spent 2 turns moving.
Yeah, you spent 2 turns moving, but hey, it worked.
It worked, yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, points make prizes. You've got to think about, so obviously you were causing quite a bit of damage, doing it in certain areas. Certainly the smaller units were taking the brunt of it. But obviously being able to spread out my force and keep myself on objectives was probably key to my winning that one.
It demonstrated board control, what that can really achieve for you. Board
Yeah.
control can be massive.
Certainly when I play Adeptus Mechanicus, I tend to be very hunkered down and shoot, so when a game like that comes up, I'm like, I'm done. But Necrons in general, not the most mobile of forces, but certainly have the endurance to keep moving forward.
Yeah, great endurance. Arguably, well, they were some of the best.
Yep.
If not the best. But yeah.
Sure.
No, you ran away with points there. It wasn't worth contesting.
Yeah.
Solid victory. I thought at first getting 2 free rounds essentially shots at you to do the damage. Rolling was a bit iffy at times.
Yeah.
Again, high priority targets like Wraiths and Destroyers done. But when it actually came down to nitty gritty,
Yeah, getting down the troops.
and that Librarian was tragic.
That was a shame to
I basically
watch.
did the job for you.
You did. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was great.
Anyway, enough said on that one, Ross, because
Sure.
that was a tough one for me to take. But hey,
Yep.
solid victory for the Necrons.
Yep.
Guys, like, share and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on this one in particular. A very tactical game that was. Again, check us out on Facebook. There's a link down below for all you guys who want to check out what me and Ross and Will are up to in the channel, along with general Warhammer community updates. So guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again. Another Tabletop Assault Battle Report.